You ready to make a fantastic pizza? Stick around. Hey guys, Spencer with Trash Panda Keto Kitchen, where we do real keto with real people and finish it up with some real talk. So tonight we will be making a keto magic mozzarella dough. This is going to be a fantastic pizza. We've made it before. Another fantastic site that we were on yesterday and found this recipe and figured, you know what, pizza sounded good for dinner tonight, and I think you'd like to see how this pizza is made. Hey, if this is your first time here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and then the notification link. That way you can be notified every time we post a new video. We would sure love to have you on the site and take a look at some of these recipes. Like I said, if you've got some recipes you'd like to see us make, throw it down in the comment section. Let's see what we can't do. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So like always, we've already started to preload our ingredients, but we've got this recipe, the Keto Magic Mozzarella Dough, off of All Day I Dream About Food. And we'll go ahead and include the link down here on the bottom, but we'll also include it in the comment section. So what we have here is 6 ounces of pre-shredded parched skim mozzarella and 5 tablespoons of butter. We've also got half a cup of blanched almond flour, a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and of course 1 large egg. Now, one of the things that's super important about this, and we've talked about it before, you got to get a scale, guys. This is one that we had found at Bed Bath & Beyond for, like I said in a previous video, about 20 bucks. It does read grams and ounces, and that's definitely something that you're going to want to have in your arsenal, so you can definitely measure these things out. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take this and melt the cheese and butter together over low heat. You can do it on the stove. I prefer to do it in the microwave. Now when we do this, we're going to put it in here for about 1.5 minutes, take it out, stir, and then go for about another minute. And we'll continue on until we get a good creamy consistency for the mozzarella cheese and the butter. So we're going to go ahead and melt this. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and we have got our butter and our mozzarella cheese melted. And as you can tell, it is really good right now. Butter's all melted. The cheese is still really pliable, and that's what you're really looking for when you're starting to look at how you're melting this cheese and the butter together. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put in our almond flour, our coconut flour, and then our baking powder, garlic powder, and salt. Then we'll go ahead and mix this up. Now once you get it started mixing, what you're going to want to do is put in the egg at this point. And then go ahead and continue to mix it up. So we're going to put a little bit of almond flour down on the surface, and we're going to go ahead and take the dough out and put it on the surface and just kind of roll it out a little bit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Keto Magic Mozzarella Dough. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and switch over to our pizza pan, and we're going to flatten this out, put it between 2 pieces of parchment paper, and go ahead and load our ingredients. All right, welcome back. So as you can tell, we've already started to kind of flatten this out a little bit. I've always found that it's good to just kind of flatten this out a little bit because you don't want to really try to get this whole ball going. I've put it on parchment paper. We're going to put the second piece of parchment paper on top, and then go ahead and just start to roll our dough out. Now we're going to want to go out to about a 12-inch pizza is what we're looking for. You want to get this down to probably about an 1/8 of an inch thick. Now once we get this removed, we can go ahead and take this crust and we can go ahead and start taking the sides a little bit and just push them up just a bit so we can keep all of our ingredients on the inside of the pizza. Plus, I think it just makes the pizza look a little bit better. And so tonight, you know, one of the things we were looking at on what we wanted for pizza, you know, I'm not a huge vegetable eater. And I know, you know, my mom will tell you that, you know, one of the things I can't stand is onions, although I'm starting to kind of learn to like them in small doses, not big doses, but small doses. Just can't do onions, guys. Okay, so we got this all put out. We're going to go ahead and poke the crust on this. And once we get this done, we're going to go ahead and transfer it over to our pizza tray, and we're going to put it in the oven now for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it starts to brown and firm up. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees. So once we get this thing back, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be using on our pizza tonight. Stay tuned. Okay, so we got our pizza out of the oven, and I tell you what, it looks absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and dress this out how we want it. Tonight we're going to be making a meat lover's pizza. So we are going to start off by putting a little bit of red sauce on it. Hey guys, so I want to address my Italian friends real quick because I know that you guys are absolutely losing your mind and you're throwing stuff at the TV. I can hear you from here. I can hear you from New Jersey. Hey. I know you're yelling right now, but hey, this is the thing with the keto diet. You got to make a little bit of substitutions and some concessions to how you're going to do these things. Now, if you want to make your own pizza sauce, man, that is great. But one of the things with this channel is we wanted to show kind of quick recipes, easy recipes, and things that you can kind of put together fairly quick for you and your family that helps you best keep on line with your diet. For this particular can, you're looking at 3 carbs and 1 net fiber, and that's for a 1/4 cup. And so you can see what we put on the pizza. It wasn't that much, so if you figure a 1/4 cup, you're talking 2 carbs for this serving. And so once you break that down into slices, I mean, it starts to become next to nothing. So we kind of gingered it up a little bit with a little bit of Italian seasoning, and then I threw a little bit of basil and oregano, garlic with sea salt. It's just a combo seasoning that kind of makes it taste a little bit more like the pizza we've got. So let's get back to the pizza. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that first. And so we're going to begin by putting just a little bit of red sauce. You don't need a whole lot on this. The idea is the flavors are going to all come out on the pizza, but we're just going to kind of put us a little bit of our pizza sauce on. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this back in the oven. We're going to let it sit in the oven for probably about 5 minutes. You want to basically remove it when all of the sides start to really kind of brown up and then all the cheese starts to melt. So let's go ahead and get this back in the oven for about 3 to 5 minutes. Let's get everything to melt, and then we will see the final product here shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our keto pizza for tonight. I'll tell you what, man, this is absolutely one of my favorites. Talking about simple to make, easy to make, really something that I enjoy making. We're going to let this set, but I just kind of wanted you to see what this thing looks like in the final product. We are going to go ahead and sit on down and eat, but we're going to take a few pictures of this. We'll put it on the site, and I'll tell you, let's eat, guys. This is going to be fantastic. Hey, stick around for the real talk. Hey, guys, welcome back. So this is where we talk real people, real talk, real keto. So we made our pizza tonight. Now, one of the things you're going to find out on keto is that food consistency and the way it tastes is a little bit different. If you're making this pizza for the first time and you're not on keto, what you're going to find is that this is not Domino's pizza. It's not Papa John's or any of the other chain delivery systems that are going to come in and deliver the pizza. It's a little bit different. I kind of liken it to something like a biscuit dough. If you've ever made pizza out of biscuit dough, it's kind of like that. But I can tell you on the next day when you eat it, it hardens up even more, and it's fantastic. And so your expectations, again, as we kind of go through these things, are that your foods are going to change, and as your palate changes, you're going to find these things to be even better. And so for this recipe, you know, we talk about kind of how important it is to really look at your food and how you watch what you eat and your intake of what. And so the other thing we really look at is we look at kind of the nutritional data of what we're kind of putting into our body. So for this one, for one slice of the dough is 247 calories, 20 grams of fat, 6 carbs, 2.7 fiber, and 9 protein. So you can tell that, you know, all you're doing is adding on your fat and your protein, which is what we did with our meats. And so add that in, make this whatever you want, make it a vegetable lover's pizza, make it anything you want. Just make sure you keep it carb friendly, guys. Hey, if you've not been around, please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button. We'd love to have you on this journey. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave those below. And I'll tell you what, we are having an absolute blast in this. We hope you guys stay along for the journey. Take care. We'll see you next time.